In 2005, we thought Star Wars was over, just as we had in 1983. We should have known we were being duped. The Skywalker saga had been completed, and the rest was left up to the expanded universe's novels, video games, Clone Wars animated series, and a bit of imagination. A galaxy far, far away seemed even farther away. The fandom felt satiated. There was nothing more to say, right? Wrong. 17 years, 5 films, and an animated film, and a whole slew of TV series later, here we are. With the Obi-Wan Kenobi Disney Plus series 2/3 of the way finished, we are getting so much Star Wars that it'll be hard to keep track of all of it. But I'm glad to help keep it straight for you. With the latest release being the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, they have brought back 2 major characters whose arcs we thought were finished in the Star Wars universe. They're the arcs of the self-titled Obi-Wan Kenobi and his former apprentice turned Sith Lord, Darth Vader. I made a video about how this Darth Vader is different than any we have ever seen before. An evil Darth Vader, and I'll link that in the description below. A man bent on getting to his former master at any cost, even if that means killing innocent people without even a warning or a threat. But is this Darth Vader really pure evil? Welcome back, everyone. I'm Gerald, and I'm a Star Wars fanatic, and you can be a Star Wars fanatic too. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications. Subscribing is absolutely free. We may not agree on every topic that I talk about, but we do agree on one thing. We love Star Wars. Okay, with that said, let's get on with today's topic. Okay, so this is a big fat warning. There are spoilers ahead for Episode 3 of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and possibly Episode 4. Still here? Alright, let's talk about Darth Vader. As he slowly walked through the village, he knew Obi-Wan Kenobi was there hiding. He could sense him there. He could feel his presence.
I sense something, a presence I've not felt since...
But his plan to pull Obi-Wan Kenobi from hiding would prove brutal, yet effective. Kill innocent villagers. He knew that if Obi-Wan Kenobi was watching, he couldn't help himself but to go help. Or, if he wasn't watching, he would feel it through the Force.
I felt a great disturbance in the Force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced.
Running to the aid of the innocent, that was the Jedi way, that's the Jedi code, and he expected nothing less of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Their compassion leaves a trail.
But instead of Obi-Wan Kenobi rushing out to face the Dark Lord of the Sith, he ran, knowing Vader would sense him, drawing Darth Vader away from the village where he wouldn't be able to hurt anyone else. Obi-Wan used a hope that this would work, and it did. When Vader finally caught up to him, it was clear that Anakin was gone. Only an unrecognizable man covered head to toe in black armor stood before Obi-Wan.
He's more machine now than man, twisted and evil.
Darth Vader had every intention to make the Jedi suffer for what he felt he had done to him. But as he tortures Obi-Wan Kenobi, raking him across the fires, or the coals, literally, suspending him, Obi-Wan is broken free. A droid rushes in and carries Kenobi off to safety, but Darth Vader does not pursue him. Why? It's clear that the Sith Lord could have easily just snapped Obi-Wan's neck, crushed the droid, and had his revenge. But he didn't. Darth Vader hesitated long enough for Kenobi to escape his certain death. There are 2 reasons for this. The first is the obvious. Darth Vader's toying with Obi-Wan. He wants Kenobi to run in fear and watch over his shoulder constantly.
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
But it's not to turn him to a Sith. It's to torture him over a prolonged period of time. Okay, that's the obvious reason, and it does make sense. How comfortable of a life could Obi-Wan Kenobi have if he knows Darth Vader, apprentice to the Emperor Palpatine himself, is slowly chasing him? The second reason is less obvious. Darth Vader ceased to exist for a split second. Anakin Skywalker peeked through long enough to show compassion for the Jedi who was like a brother to him in the past. Darth Vader wasn't afraid of the flames. as others have mentioned. We've seen him walk on lava and flames in the comics, so that made no sense. No, he let him go. Revenge is sweet for Darth Vader, but not for the compassionate man he used to be. Anakin Skywalker had a habit of forcing his way through the thick armor that entombed him inside and covered Darth Vader. Even in the original trilogy it happened. This moment was no different. For Darth Vader, making Obi-Wan Kenobi afraid to even cross a street felt like great torture. But for Anakin Skywalker, allowing Obi-Wan Kenobi to survive meant he still had a chance to reclaim his body from the monster that possessed it.
The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
And this line is mostly true. If this is the last time he meets with Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's not in full control of his mostly mechanical body and his thoughts. Anakin Skywalker was popping up to ruin Darth Vader's plans. When they meet aboard the Death Star for their final duel, he feels he is in complete control now. A lie for sure, but he wasn't about to let Obi-Wan Kenobi know that. When he left Obi-Wan Kenobi last, he was but the learner of the dark side. Now he is the master and could stop Anakin from allowing Obi-Wan Kenobi to escape again. This time, there would be no toying. There would be no torture. This time was the end of the road for Anakin Skywalker's former master, his brother, Obi-Wan Kenobi. And killing Kenobi would split Anakin and Darth Vader down the middle, just as killing Han Solo split Ben Solo and Kylo Ren. As much as we see this episode of the Obi-Wan Kenobi series as the pinnacle of evil, as far as Darth Vader's concerned, we still see good in him. It's slight. It's been 10 long years that Darth Vader has been planning his revenge, and now Anakin let him get away. Speaking of revenge, what exactly is Darth Vader wanting revenge for? For making him into a monster? Killing younglings in the Jedi Temple pretty much did that. Anakin knew he was doomed to this dark side the moment he helped eliminate Mace Windu. Or is it because Obi-Wan Kenobi put Anakin in the suit? The suit that caused him constant pain in order to keep his anger at peak levels. Yes, partially, but there's more. He feels Obi-Wan Kenobi took Padme Amidala from him.
You turned her against me?
Yes, Anakin craved power, but the power he craved, above all, that power was meant to save his wife from the visions he'd been having of her death. His last attachment, his love, and he felt his old master took her from him emotionally. That Obi-Wan caused Anakin's anger and forced him to choke her, ending her life, presumably. Removing the very reason he turned to the dark side to begin with, leaving him stranded in a mostly mechanical body.
Obi-Wan once thought as you do.
And this line says everything we need to know. In this moment in Return of the Jedi, Darth Vader is in a non-threatening tone. He even sounds as if there's a little remorse in his voice for everything he has done, especially to his former master. Anakin Skywalker has poked his compassionate head through the armor facade once again. So yes, Darth Vader wants to torture Obi-Wan Kenobi with the threat of Vader catching him at any moment. But Anakin Skywalker showed compassion and allowed Obi-Wan to escape to fight another day. This has been Gerald from Star Wars Fanatic, wishing you all great health, happiness, and peace. Thank you all for watching. And remember, this is the way. The only way.